So we've got the aerial lounge, so stay tuned and we'll tell you all about what that is. The only game in town on Ribble FM 107.6 or 106.7. I always get that the wrong way round. Joining me from the aerial lounge is Anna and Hayley. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hi.
Now, there's two girls sharing one microphone, so hopefully this is going to work. This is the first time we've ever had two guests, so it could be a new feature. Why don't you first start by telling us what the aerial lounge is and what do you actually do there?
The Aerial Lounge is somewhere where we teach circus fitness. We do aerial silks, aerial hoop and pole. We also do a bit of trapeze and pole fabric. And we started doing aerial yoga as well as some legs, bums and tums classes.
What are the actual sort of benefits of the aerial workout in terms of, how is it different from doing things, the aerial way than doing it, say, on mats?
It's the same as getting a workout at the gym. It's all upper body and
right.
your core. It definitely strengthens your upper body, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So how did you first get started? Because Anna's here. Anna's one of the instructors. Anna, why don't you tell us how you first got involved?
Well, I started about 3.5 years ago. It took me a while, I'll be honest, to get around to booking on, because I felt that, because I'm kind of mid-30s, I'd be a bit out of range. Everyone would be young and fit and healthy, and I felt it'd take a while. But when I eventually got into it, it was just fantastic, and I think what I enjoyed was I never stopped going in throughout a class. It's unique and it's different. It's a full body workout, which I really appreciate, and I think once I started the classes I realised that it doesn't matter what age you are, what shape you are, everyone can do something when it comes to aerial and everyone can benefit from it. So like I said, about 3.5 years, and then last year I qualified as an instructor.
Right.
And now thoroughly enjoy working with students for them to achieve their own personal goals as well.
So do you do classes? Do you also do individuals as well?
Yes, we do. We tend to do group classes mainly, but we do offer one-to-one sessions for someone that perhaps wants to ease in a bit more gently, or if they want to focus on something in particular. But yeah, our classes are quite mixed, aren't they? They're quite good classes. Yeah. So
when you say you turn up, you're interested. What can you expect from a class? I mean, how does it all take place? Because aerial yoga, people think, well, how does that even physically happen?
Well, you'll come into class, we'll do a warm-up to begin with. Everyone's dead friendly. And then we'll get started on some of the equipment, doing some warm-ups, upper body pulling through the equipment. And then we'll let them have a go at climbing up and down, showing them some moves, some different variations. Yoga's very good, aerial yoga's very good because you've got the support of the aerial holding you up. So if you struggle to perhaps get into more flexible positions, I think the hammock almost supports you when you're trying to get in.
Right.
It's also really unique, so it's very different. But like Hayley said, I think it's the atmosphere as well that the groups have that makes it desirable, really.
I think one of the things that puts a lot of people off, going to either a yoga or other organised fitness classes is some people do get bored. They need something more exciting. Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. This seems a bit different.
I teach different stuff every time. I try to avoid going over things more than once. Unless they're not getting it, then I'll keep going over it. But once they've got it, I'll move on to the next bit. And there's always something new to learn because there's always new tricks on the web.
Right.
So there's always something. Yeah, I think as well, one of the benefits with hoop as opposed to going to a gym, if you go to a gym you can run on a treadmill but you're never really getting anywhere, albeit you will get better with your endurance and your speed. You're never really going anywhere, whereas something like aerial, you'll start off with your first week, you'll probably struggle to get into a basic move, but 3 months, 4 months, 5 months down the line, all of a sudden you're pulling out some amazing tricks and transitions, and you can see it, you can visibly see it, and you can start putting routines together and showing off at shows, because we're having a show soon in February, a Valentine's show.
Right.
So all the children that come to the aerial lounge will have a chance to show off to the parents what they've learned.
Yeah.
And we'll get a chance to show off our tricks and stuff as well.
So how did you first get involved in terms of the circus skills? Were you a gymnast or?
No, I hated sports at schools. I absolutely couldn't run.
Right.
To save my life. But then my boyfriend went in the army, so I needed something to do.
So I tried pole, and then I found the aerial lounge and I started there back when Liana had it, and then I took over when she left in June. So it's only short term that I've been the owner of the aerial lounge.
But you're enjoying the experience, obviously.
Yeah, I'm addicted to it. I wouldn't have took it.
It is very addictive, isn't it? It is.
Is that the thing that you're learning? Actually, you're not just learning a fitness routine or workouts, but you're actually learning a skill.
Yeah.
And there is that sort of elements in it, almost like learning to dance.
Yes, I think as well, you'll find with students there's such a wide range of what people want to actually get out of it. Some people will just want to tone up, lose weight, get strong. Some people want to come along and just see their friends. Some people want to compete and they'll go down that route. Other people want to do little performances. So everyone's got their own idea of what they want to get out of it, but myself and Hayley work with them to make sure that each class we manage to get hopefully what that person wants out of it.
Now, one of the big benefits is something that I always talk about, which is core strength, and lots of people banded about, but some people listening might be thinking, what is core strength? Can you sort of talk us through what really is important about core strength?
Core strength's important because I think it's fundamental to any sport. You're starting to understand how your body works. There's a lot of strength involved, isn't there? I think with aerial hoop, you're lifting your own body weight constantly, and silk, lifting your own weight.
And it improves your balance and your strength.
It does, definitely.
Moving through the fabric and the apparatus on the hoops and stuff.
And it's not just adults as well. I believe you have kids classes as well.
Children as young as 2.
Children as young as 2.
My own son Oliver, he's 6. He comes along to a class every week, and I think I've seen some massive improvements as a parent. He used to be able to do monkey bars on a park, and now he swings across them, and he absolutely loves it. And he's a boy, and I think that's quite nice about this as well. Is it's not a sport that is aimed at women. I think people can get confused and think it is, but it's definitely not. We do encourage. I think we've got a man on the subs as well, so we like to encourage that as well.
Is it for blokes watching as well? There might be men out there who really are just used to going to the gym and lifting weights. This is a totally different experience for them. I suppose.
I think I've seen things on the internet actually where they've had men come along and try pole,
and they struggle.
And they do struggle because lifting weights, you're using a completely different muscle group, and I think this goes back to what we're saying about core strength. I think me and Hayley could give men a good run for their money when it comes to exercising on hoops and silks, but we strongly encourage it. It is fantastic.
Is there any part of it that you have a favourite thing that you like to do with either?
I love drops.
Yeah?
I'm a daredevil. I love anything that's dangerous.
Right.
And I love the silks drops because you can get 5 metres up and drop all the way down to literally a foot from the floor.
Yeah. I hadn't seen that I think the first time I ever saw it was I went to watch Cirque du Soleil do a bit of performance, and that was the first time I saw anything like that. And
it's mesmerising.
Yeah, have either of you two seen Cirque du Soleil or ever been to any of those professional shows?
I've not been to Cirque du Soleil. It's on my plan for this year. But no, I have seen shows that maybe not at that calibre, and it's mesmerising. I think that's what we aim to.
As well at IPATS.
Yes,
that was a bit like Cirque du Soleil.
IPATS, International Pole and Aerial Arts Tournament, and both myself and Hayley and my sister as well, we all competed last year.
How did you get on?
I came 6th, which I'm proud of, because in the run up to it I came 7th, so I moved up a little bit.
Okay.
But I was in the advanced category, and I was up against some amazing people that I've always looked up to as idols. So
6th place in there. You've been very modest.
Yeah. I went in as intermediate hoop and I came 4th, so I was really pleased. And I won an award for best tricks. And that was the first time I'd competed. So for me, it was a real confidence booster that, do you know what, I might not be as bad as I think.
Do you ever surprise yourself with how good you are now?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. When I do some moves, I'm like, oh God, I couldn't do that like 4 weeks ago.
I know, and that's what I think, going back to it being something that you can really measure, and you can really see, like, we're constantly surprising ourselves with what we can achieve.
So we have obviously people listening in, they're probably listening, and maybe this is taking their fancy, maybe they're thinking, how do I get involved, what do I need to do? People can be quite shy also about making the first approach. So what advice would you give if anybody's listening now and thinking, I might actually like to do something like that?
our studio is warm and it's welcoming, so it's always open for you to come in, drop by.
And there's parking to the front and the rear. So
tell us exactly where it is in Clitheroe.
It's basically across the road from the factory shop. There's a green jersey bike shop. It's the building next to
Shawbridge Mill.
Yeah, Shawbridge Mill. It's the building next to the green jersey bike shop, and you've got parking to the front of it. And if you go around the back of the building, there's parking at the rear as well. And it's free parking to anybody that's using the services of them units on that.
We've also got a Facebook page, the Aerial Lounge.
Yep.
You can find us on there. But yeah, we want people to come in. We want to show them how much fun it can be. There's no commitment. Just turn along. Come try the class, and hopefully you'll be hooked just like we were.
And we did say we were going to give a special offer. A special offer, half price on classes if they can quote
Ribble FM.
Okay.
So the first 5 people to come book a class that quote Ribble FM to us will get that class half price, just as a bit of an incentive out there.
Well, we'll make sure that gets shouted out on other shows as well, and we'll put that on the website as well. I suppose the other thing as well that we've noticed is, maybe a few years ago, women that were into sport and had sporting physiques, and there was kind of like there was almost an embarrassment as well about being physically fit as a woman. I used to speak to a lot of athletes, and they used to say, they feel a little bit embarrassed. And I know one professional tennis player who always used to wear a jacket and long sleeves. And I said, one day it was like really hot, and we're in a restaurant and it was boiling. And I said to her, why do you still got your jacket on? And she says, because I don't like my arms. And I said, what do you mean? She says, they're too muscular and too strong. And you used to get that attitude. Is that attitude changing? Is that going away?
Yeah, girls like to show off the muscles now.
I think it's not. We don't look muscular and masculine. We look feminine, defined, and toned. I think, and I think that there's a real strength that we've got that I'm actually proud to show off.
Yeah.
Okay, girls, that was absolutely fantastic. We'll get you in again, and maybe you can tell us when you've got some big competitions coming up. You can give us a lead up.
Brilliant. Thank
Hopefully, if that took your fancy, we'll put a link on the site, and like you say, you can 50% off for the first 5 people. So if you can quote Ribble FM, so get in touch. Thanks for listening tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.